What's good, y'all? I hope everybody's living well and staying blessed. It's your boy, Markus B. As always, I'm with the one and only Mr. Evan Simmons and new guy, Chris Dudick. And this is episode 32 of Holla at Your Boy. Today I had one of my buddies from college, lived with the kid, love the guy, Mr. Sam Wienecke. He is currently a student at Texas State. And we talk about life, growing up in San Antonio, football, basketball. We get into some fighting. You know, he's my sports guy, so I knew we were going to talk a whole lot about sports, and we do. He dropped some fun facts, and it was just a fun conversation. As always, if you like what we're doing out here, make sure you like, follow, subscribe, share, get it out to as many people as possible. We're at 97. 97, we're so close. So close to getting to that hundo. Help us get to that first 100, man. We appreciate you guys. Hope you guys enjoy the episode. Peace. What's going on, man?
Nothing much, man.
Yeah.
It's good to be here.
Dude, I'm glad you came out. I'm glad it worked out. I just happened to stay at Jason's place long enough to where you came over, and then I was like, hey, what are you doing in 3 weeks?
Yeah, just like an afterthought, right?
Yeah, just like, I don't have anybody plans. You want to come through? And then luckily you're free, man. So I'm glad you're making the trek up. I know traffic is always boo-boo.
Yeah.
Get through Austin, either on the top side, bottom side. But nonetheless, man, appreciate you coming out.
Yeah, for sure.
First and foremost, go ahead and tell everybody who you are, where you're from, what you do, deepest, darkest secret. Anything you care to share?
Sam Wienecke, from San Antonio, really from Helotes, Northwest. I'm still a student, Texas State, computer science. Was a bunch of other majors before that, but finding my path right now. Deepest, darkest secret. I don't know. I've been thinking recently, about what people know me for, because people know me for Sam's like the coffee guy, Sam's like the beer guy.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about coffee or beer. I just really like it, you know?
I think that's part of the appeal, is that that's just like what you always had a cup of coffee, and I never really thought of you being like, oh no, this cup of coffee was brewed at 409 degrees, and I steeped it for 3.5. No, it's just like, I like coffee.
Yeah, coffee's good. Coffee started with my mom used to, when I was in high school, she would make it with whipped cream, just like chocolate chips on top.
Jesus.
And so I started having that in the morning.
Like gourmet coffee.
Oh yeah,
it must be nice. Jeez.
It was really good. And then I got to Texas State, and me and Patrick went to Einstein's, and I started getting my 7 sugar packets out and the cream, and he called me a girl, and then from that day on it was no cream, no sugar. I went straight to black coffee. It tasted like ass for 2 weeks, and then I was like, oh, this is good. This is good stuff.
You just kind of get used to it.
Yeah.
First off, shout out to Einstein's. I feel like not enough people at Texas State knew about Einstein's bagels.
Mm-hmm.
Even though bagels have probably the least nutritional value out of all the foods, they're so good.
Oh yeah.
Especially with that nonsense schmear. It's so sweet, but so good. But that's weird, man. That was what you were drinking in high school?
Yeah.
Was that a cup of coffee?
Just pure sugar.
I think my mom just drank black coffee, and then no, she did have those macchiato creamers.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about Evan, your mom? Your parents do coffee?
Oh yeah, my mom does coffee.
Yeah.
My dad not so much.
No.
And she just had just regular coffee, couple cream, couple sugars.
Folgers? Maxwell?
No, it was Community.
Community?
Yeah.
I always forget about Community. What about your people?
About coffee?
Yeah.
My mom gave me black coffee one time in middle school. Almost threw up.
Nice.
I mean, I like coffee, but I like the frappuccinos and stuff.
Yeah.
That's not
Yes,
coffee.
I've never.
It's delicious. but
I've
it's-
never liked them. Like even the like the Starbucks 7-Eleven ones, like the Frappuccinos.
Oh, those are
Yeah.
those are the best. Yeah.
Nah, man, I hate them. I've always hated them. I think they were always just too sweet. But I'm also weird and I just don't have a sweet tooth. And I don't know if that was like a learned thing or if I just never had it because my mom never let us have sweets when we were growing up.
Coffee, like black coffee, helped me like embrace like bitter. Like
Yeah.
I love dark chocolate. I love black coffee.
Do you think you like the beers you like because of the coffee you like?
I think so. Yeah, just
Yeah.
almost nothing but IPAs. And
I'd
it's
say,
just,
man.
like they're so, like they just taste like weed for some reason. And I'm not like a weed guy, but like just like that taste that like
That
someone will smell and be like, no, I can't
Yeah.
get close to this.
Well, dude, I remember pouring those and just being like, I don't understand how people drink this, man. Especially those double IPAs and just the
Like the 9%.
yeah. God bless. And then you didn't ease into that, if I remember. It was just like, oh, I'm 21 now. I'm drinking only IPAs now. It's like, whew,
How
man.
it started was, so my parents, they're like a Coors family. It's like nothing but Coors Light, and like that's just what I knew what beer was. I didn't know that there's like this world outside
Yeah.
of it. And then whenever I turned 21, I would buy beer, and me and Patrick kind of started on Fireman's 4, like real ale, and I was like, oh, that's nice. That's a
That's right.
blonde.
Yeah.
That's good. And so I was like all about that, and then I forget. I think it was the Sam Adams. It was a Sam Adams IPA. Remember, I always tried to get the topper from
Yeah.
from your bar. It was like a spray can. Spray
Yeah,
can.
yeah. It was a citrus one.
It was an IPA. It was like fruity kind of.
Yeah, I can't. Evan, can you look that up? Sam Adams IPA.
It was. I have a bunch now, but that one was my favorite.
I do remember that one being a really low key good
The
one.
Rebel IPA.
It was Rebel Juice. That's what
Rebel
it was.
Juice, yeah.
Rebel Juice IPA. That
Rebel
one
Juice
was
IPA.
the best. And then I just had nothing but that for like half a year.
Yeah.
And then I just branched out to anything. And then also the design. That's something that people don't think about. Like there are certain beers at HEB when you go, like I can just tell like that's just a silver can with like they just like printed this thing around it. They didn't like print it on the can.
Yeah.
Those, don't go for those beers. They might be okay. You can just tell that they're like super local and like
Yeah.
I've had a couple of those. They're just not
Not
they're not
it.
my thing. The better the design, it's possible that the beer is like they're trying to compensate. Like,
Yeah.
the design, like let's go all out on that. We got some kind of concoction over here. Let's
beer's
go for it.
okay.
The beer's okay, but I for some reason when I'm holding something that just looks really cool, it just makes it. I don't know.
That makes it better.
Yeah,
I
you know
get
I'm
it,
weird
man.
about design.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
I've drank so much whiskey over the years, and so much of it was like, I didn't know what it was. That was the problem. I really missed the opportunity I had when I was doing that flight card, the whiskey flight card at Black Rabbit in San Marcos. Like I didn't pay, so like I tried 40 different whiskeys in the span of like 3 months, just because I would go there after work. Yeah, I know. You know, when you're working 6 days a week, it's
Yeah, no, for sure.
pretty easy to go through that many whiskeys. But I would just go up there, and I was so cool with the bartenders that I didn't ask them what it was. I was just like, yo, I'm just gonna get 2, dealer's choice, and they pour on. I'm like, yo, that's good. And then, but I would never ask them about it. So now I know what I like, but I don't know what, like any brands or anything like that. So I'm just taking shots in the dark. I'm like, Tennessee whiskey, I know that's the go-to. So here's the Tennessee aisle. This one looks cool. Let me
Yeah.
try that. But yeah, dude, marketing is a big thing.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of poor marketing in the world, and it's very frustrating.
Yeah, my mom was. You probably don't know this. She's in advertising, and so I kind of grew up around.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, no, she did that for a while, and she also worked for like corporate HEB doing like design.
Oh yeah, I did know that. Yeah, because she was the one that designed like Sushi Yacht, right?
I think was in charge of that, and then she stole me the S from sushi and was like, happy birthday. And then so I just have a blue S that can be plugged in and glows in my room. So that's neat. But yeah, she worked there for a little bit. Now she's just back in like some advertising firm in San Antonio.
Okay.
But they used to do like a lot of stuff from Spurs. She got to meet like Tony Parker through it, but she's always had this like advertising kind of marketing design kind of brain. And so she just brings home like these books. There are like books, like not like magazines, like full on books just about like, not about design, but just with designs in it from like different artists, just to like,
interesting,
like a sample kind of thing. But so she'd bring home those and just show me these crazy, just really cool design things. And I really got my like design brain from that.
Yeah.
Marketing and like being able to sell people something, I have no idea about. But
you can't do the pitch, but you can make the product.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. It's a good skill to have, and that's what you were majoring in for a while, right?
For like a year, I was doing graphic design, and that was fun.
We never really talked about, like, you and I never really talked about the jumping from major to major, and like what was the reason, why you ended up leaving one, joining the other one. So
yeah, part of it was just growing up. Like I really had no idea what I wanted. I was like, I'm gonna make money when I grow up. So at first I was like, I'm gonna become at first I was like, I like math, maybe a math teacher, and then I was like, that doesn't make money. I was like, okay, electrical engineering, let's go for it. And so like I had that idea at first. I think I was still undeclared though, but I was like, that's what I'm leaning towards.
Yeah.
And I just saw all the different math classes. Like I love algebra, calculus, but it just goes way farther than that.
Goes super off the deep end,
like,
bro.
Okay, maybe not. And so my dad does graphic design.
Yeah.
He just does it like from home. He like just makes his own. He just kind of like freelances, kind of. Like if you go to Helotus, like there's a couple of signs that I can still point and be like, my dad did that sign.
Really?
Yeah. So he kind of got me into that, and I was like, okay, let me try to do that. I think I took a class in high school for graphic design, and I really liked it, and so got here. I did that for a little bit. Money just kind of hit hard though.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I just need to like take a break. Left school for a little bit. I think I worked at Spud Ranch first, and then I went to Sprint, and then I learned how to sell to people. So that's where I got my sales.
I remember your time at Sprint, man. That was goofy.
Oh, it was fun. And that's at the end of Sprint is when I started working for when I moved into Bellagio with Jason and them.
That's right. Yeah.
Because remember, like I was like starting to move in, but I didn't live there yet, and then I had to like leave in the morning. But whatever. But yeah, so back to school. I went back to school, and then I was like, you know what? Maybe let's try to do some music kind of stuff, because I'm around all these music guys all the time. Maybe I can combine that with design. So I was like, I'm going to become a drill designer. And I talked to, was it Catherine Smiley? Is that Kathy? The advising lady?
Yeah, something like that.
She knew you. I think
she
I
wasn't
talked to
mine.
you. She wasn't yours?
No. I had Deborah Sowards? Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I think I mentioned your name or something one time. She's like, oh yeah, I'm aware of him. I don't know why.
Hey man, but, I mean, I was in school for 6.5 years. Hard for
sure.
Like administration not to eventually know who I am.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. But yeah, I talked to her and she's like, there's no real path for drill designing. And we talked to Glazer, and he's maybe just let him sit in on this class, and see what happens.
See what's
and
up,
then I was like, this doesn't feel like it's going anywhere. And then money got tight again, so like, okay, I'm out again for a little bit. And then, came back like a year and a half later, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna go back to doing math teaching for sure. Like I love teaching, I love math. Like that should just be that's gonna be it. My dad was like, hey, try to make money though. I was like, ooh, all right. Like, and then I was just like, computer science, like because I was talking a lot with Mason at the time. And
who's, oh my god, might be the most successful person we know.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like well into the six figures.
Oh yeah.
Which is
And there's that one time he was making like
just so silly.
too much money, and then another company was like, "Hey, we want you. We'll pay you like triple." And he was like, "Nah." He just loved I think where he was at that moment.
Yeah.
But he's up there right now.
Yeah, it's wild. This kid he lives in, he's in North Austin still, right? It's not quite Round Rock.
He just moved in with Patrick near Slaughter.
Really?
So, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So he got another, okay, so he's not living with Braden and Miles then.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yeah.
I need to hit them up. Oh,
Right.
I haven't talked to them in a while. But yeah. So, okay, so he just got a new place in downtown Austin. And he's just making six figures and just big time chilling. I think his job is like 8 to 4. He's like
Works from home or he travels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like the head coding guy. I don't know what he does. I'll be honest with you. I know he's mad smart. He makes a lot of money and he works with computers.
Yeah.
And he ain't got family like that he's taking care of. Like he's got no kids.
Mm-hmm.
He just stacking money.
Yeah.
Stacking it. And he just and he's not like one of these kids. He's like, oh well, I'm gonna buy a Porsche then. No, I think he probably still drives his like Camry.
Actually, he was still driving it. I think he got into a wreck. He
Really?
totaled it, and then he just got this souped out truck. he's driving around this
Again,
big ass truck.
I don't think that's a big deal for
Yeah.
him. I wouldn't be surprised if he bought it outright. That dude, yeah, shout out Mason Egger. That dude's a homie.
Oh,
I
for
love
sure.
that guy.
Yeah.
I haven't talked to him in a while either.
Yeah.
What?
He reached out to me, what was it? It was when we did Fat Sounds Media, if you remember that.
Yeah, man, I remember that.
I was their head graphic designer, I guess. And then they brought in like 3 more, and then I was in charge of like Ray and Shaka, and I was in charge of like these 2 other, like one was like a freshman in design, one was someone else. And I was like, oh, I'm this big phony. Like, I'm not that good at design. Like, I can't be in charge of Ray. Are you kidding me? So I was like, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
But Mason told me.
Shout out Ray. He's the one that designed our logo.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Raymond Shaka.
For sure.
But yeah, so you reach out Mason.
Yeah, he was like, hey, if you learn how to code, I'm going to hire you as my personal web designer. And I was like,
Jesus.
oh. So I was like, okay, I guess I always have that as a backup plan. but yeah, now I'm learning to code, so.
All right.
But that's not my plan right now. That's something else. I'm just trying to become me right now. Hopefully get a job in Austin.
I dig it, man.
Yeah, no, it'll be fun.
I like, with that bouncing around as much as you did, like, what did you learn from that entirety of the experience of what you're still going through right now?
Well, me and Chloe were talking about this yesterday because she was like, I can't believe I think she only took like 5 years. She's graduating this December.
Is she really?
Yeah.
Dope. Shout out.
Yeah. She's student teaching right now, and it's kind of a nightmare, but it's an adventure.
And she's elementary?
She's
sped ed?
Sped ed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's correct. Special education.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Is it just sped?
Just sped, yeah. SPED.
I know.
Sped, yeah. Sped.
Okay.
Just go sped education.
I feel like it
Going
should be
for that.
sped ed, but that also feels wrong.
SPEDED.
Yeah, because it's not just special. Like you don't just say like I teach special kids.
Special education.
It's like I teach special education.
Yeah.
Wait, why are you saying SPED?
Which is special education.
Special education?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Okay. That does
No.
feel wrong. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting on that a little bit longer.
No, yeah. We'll keep that in the back of our minds. We'll keep, yeah.
Continue.
So we were talking yesterday because she was like, I can't believe, I think because her original major was dance over at Sam Houston. And she was like, I could have graduated 2 years ago with that. She goes, I cannot see myself teaching 2 years ago. Like, she's learned so much in the past 2 years. Same for me. I think my original graduation year was 2017. Is that right?
Yeah, I think we were supposed to graduate together. Well,
Yeah.
not supposed to, because I wasn't supposed to graduate with you.
Complications. But,
I had my own complications, but yeah, you came in.
Yeah.
What was it? 13?
I
Was your freshman year?
14.
14.
Because Spurs just won the championship. Yeah. That's how I remember.
We'll get to them eventually.
We will. I'm waiting for it.
But yeah, that's I'm in the same boat. I could not imagine like the homies that we know that did graduate with a music education degree on time. Like, well, shoot, Evan graduated on time, and I still it blows my mind. Like when I was 21, 22, nah, dog. Not emotionally ready to run an entire program. I'm barely emotionally ready right now, and I'm 27.
Right.
Good Lord. But yeah, so having this conversation with Clove.
With Chloe, yeah. So that kind of, and I thought the same thing. Like I've learned so much, especially from like working jobs, like working at Spud Ranch, Sprint. I did not know how to talk to people that first time I worked at Spud Ranch.
Yeah.
Which for anyone that doesn't know is a potato-based restaurant. It's just potatoes and you put stuff in it, butter, cheese. There's a hot wing spud, hot wing chicken. It's so good. Brisket spud.
It doesn't. It shouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't be as good as it is, but it is.
Spuds.
Yeah, they're massive potatoes too. Like
we put them in a container like that big, and sometimes the potatoes we have to like chop down to make it fit in this huge container.
Yeah. Is it all just like russet potatoes? Like
it's straight Idaho. Yeah,
straight Idaho.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a standard like a side dish box.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean, like a sandwich, like that size, full of potato, and then full of stuff.
Yeah,
fun stuff.
It's real good. But yeah, I did not know how to talk to people then. Like I didn't know how to communicate. I was super like just shy.
Yeah.
And then I worked for Sprint, and I learned how to not only talk to people and customers, but how to manipulate them and make them want to buy things. So
that's a real skill, man. Yeah, the slinging phones, I think, is such a difficult job because everything's the upsell. Everything's the upsell.
When I first got there, we got commission for every upgrade and new line, and then it switched to just getting a new activation. So we just fought for that because we barely get any. I forget how much money we got per one, but like once we hit like a certain number, we got like huge incentives, and then we'd get more and more. Same thing for like accessories, like buying the phone cases from there, where they're way overpriced. We would sell speakers. I think after 3 months, I reached top 3 in sales, and they were like, "Hey, if you stay for like 2 more months, we're gonna send you to Maui, like all expenses paid, trip to And then I was like,
"I could have phone store,
right? They're making bank over there." And then I was like, "Oh, sorry, I can't stay. I gotta go back to school." So I missed out on that.
Dude, I didn't know you missed out on Maui.
Yeah,
that sucks.
No, I'm fine with it because it was like a.
You ever been to Maui?
Oh.
Yo. No, you missed out.
Okay.
It's so pretty.
I'm more of a Seattle kind of guy, but.
I mean, you're mad white. You know.
Tan.
Tan-ish.
I'd say tan.
Tan-ish.
Yeah, really.
Damn, I didn't know that. That's crazy. Like, why? Why were they gonna send? Just because like you were killing it?
I was killing it. They were gonna send the top 10 people, and I was top 3. And
wait, top 3 like
top 3. So I would say in the company, but it's not for like the company Sprint. We were a third party.
Okay.
So it was top in our third party, which still had like 700 plus employees.
Jesus.
Yeah. So I was doing good.
All right.
I learned a lot in those like 5 months.
Yeah.
and then I just got way more like confident. And it's good.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
So I think that's a really important thing too. Again, these dudes that go through school, especially on the education side of things, that don't do these weird jobs. Like there's so many like important people skills that you pick up from doing jobs that you kind of don't want to do, but you need to do them in order to pay the bills. Am I tripping? Is somebody screaming?
Yeah, what is that?
That's got to be like some kids outside.
Okay.
I thought I was having a stroke or something.
I heard it earlier. I was like, what is happening?
I mean, might be a ghost. I don't know. This place always feels a little.
I gotta go to my house, so.
Yeah.
His name is George.
Okay, I like it when people name ghosts. I'll do that, but when someone's like, "No, it's just haunted," like things are like they're actually like freaking out. I'm like,
well, he doesn't do much. He just like walks around and knock on doors and turn stuff off sometimes.
That's friendly.
Yeah, I don't like any of that.
Reminds me of the gnome.
Oh man.
Casual haunting.
Remember our gnome? When we
Oh
lived
my
at
god,
Ghost?
I hated that thing so much.
It was creepy to me. So me and Patrick, like we were just moving in, and like when Patrick's mom was helping him move in, she looked outside and saw this giant, like 3 or 4 foot tall gnome in the forest, and she was like, "What's that doing out there?" And then my mom helped me move in.
Yeah.
My mom looked out the window and was like, "What's that gnome doing out there?" So both of our moms saw it. We're like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then we saw it later, and it kept getting closer and closer to the house each night until it was like at our backyard, and then we had a party and we just brought it in and partied with the gnome.
Yeah, it had me stressed.
We started hiding it around the apartment just to scare Marcus. It's so good.
It was not a good time, bro. They hid it in my closet once.
Yeah.
Oof. I punched the hell out of it.
Yeah. I still have pictures of
I do
it.
not play. Oof. No, I don't play with scary stuff.
Yeah.
That's not me. I'm not in scary movies. Everybody that's hyping this what's it called, Bly Manor or whatever.
Oh, yeah,
Netflix.
Bly Manor,
Nope, not me. Cause
Did you
not
watch
gonna
all
watch
of
it. Nope,
Oh,
I ain't gonna watch it.
Started it.
No,
Well, so
I don't
best-
need that.
Best part
That's
of
inviting demons into your life. I ain't trying to get no demons in my life.
It's just Netflix.
Nah, don't care. They talking about demons. Demons are real. I ain't inviting it into my life.
Best part of that show is just looking in the background, because in just like the first like 5 episodes, just I didn't even like watch the people in the foreground. They were all talking and stuff, but there's just people standing in the background, just like in every other scene. It's great.
Yeah, see, nah. What about that excites you?
Just trying to. It's like,
That
it was
just
like,
stresses me out.
Was it Finding Waldo? I was trying to find all the ghosts, man. And then it got to the end, and I was kind of disappointed by the finale, but it's all right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna watch it, so
Yeah.
you know,
Mhm.
it is what it is.
Oh, for sure.
You into scary stuff, Doug? You white?
Sort of.
Yeah. White people like that. I don't know why white people like that.
I'm the least fan of scary stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I'll watch it if somebody else has it on, but like, I don't really watch movies and TV shows on my own to begin with.
That's
Yeah.
fair. What about your girl? She's indifferent.
Yeah, she doesn't really watch anything either.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, I don't know. It's some about white people and girls love scary stuff.
That's scary stuff.
They do, man. And it's
Yeah.
not for me, and it's never been for me. And you want to see me turn hood real quick. If you can convince me into getting into a scary movie,
Just throw a jump scare in there.
just,
every once-
bro, I am screaming at the at the movie screen. I don't give a damn.
So you're saying one of these episodes that needed to scare you is all of a sudden.
Nah,
All right, cool.
I'm gonna throw hands. Because in a movie theater, it's 2D, but you jump out at me, I'm
Hold on. Movies
probably gonna hit you.
are 2D too when you watch it in your apartment.
Yeah.
Like that's what I had to tell myself when I was a kid. I'd
So
be
the
like
girl
watching it
calls
with
out
the
the TV.
family, and like it's like some scary movie, and I'd be like crying. I was like 3.
Yeah.
And then eventually I was like, hey, it's just a TV. Nothing's gonna come out of it. And then I got over scary stuff, and that's great. It's fun.
Congrats.
I'm not missing out.
Nope.
All my friends are watching Blind
That's
Manor.
cool, man. I ain't missing out on none.
Yeah.
I really aren't.
Yeah, it's all right.
I forgot about that gnome. God damn it.
I got pictures of it.
Oh, of course you do.
Yeah, of it like sitting at your makeshift bar that you made in the
That's
apartment.
right.
Yeah,
Ah, man, I missed that part.
Doug was there.
Doug was there.
Yeah.
See, yo, he knows about Doug.
Yeah.
He's been with me for a long time.
Mhm.
He can attest for Doug being one of the OGs.
Mhm.
I need to put Doug on this side. He deserves to be in the shot.
He's gotten enough camera time, just having his own TV show, you know.
Hey man, I just gotta keep it running, man. That's
Yeah.
it. I just gotta keep it running.
Yeah. Okay.
Where were we? So yeah, you gained a lot from doing all this, and then So with that, like, what was just like the general experience of being like in and out of college?
It was rough because I don't know, especially like from my parents and from a lot of other people. It's like, hey, make sure you come back. It's hard to come back, and like for me, I just had a place in my mind that was like, there's no way I'm not finishing college.
Yeah.
Like I'll take breaks, I'll do what I need to do, but I need to. This is something I need to do.
Okay.
My dad didn't finish college, and like he's like the biggest one to push me. Like I think he's like
Makes
one
sense.
college algebra class away.
For real?
Yeah, at least he was. I'm sure now if he tried to come back, there'd be like a bunch more.
A couple more hours on top of that.
Because he was in straight out of high school. He was drafted into minor league baseball. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah, no, we've talked about this.
Yeah, I think it was a while back. So he just was focused on baseball, and then he got injured. He got cut. He got full ride scholarships to like a bunch of different colleges, like playing baseball, and then ended up at Texas State when it was SWT for a little bit.
Shout out.
Yeah.
I want some SWT swag.
I have a hat. It
I know
belonged
you
to
do.
my dad.
I want it.
It's like falling apart. Like
Oh,
the leather in the back's
dang.
breaking. All of this. The brim is gone.
Yeah, I want one though. But yeah, so he was up at Southwest Texas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think it was just that math class. My parents were so bad at math, which is wild because now I'm doing computer science. My brother's an accountant, so.
Is that what your brother does?
Yeah.
I always wonder what your brother did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he went to UTSA 5 years, I think, and yeah, he's doing accounting. He was in Georgetown for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's working on 6th Street. There's like West 6th. It's just a bunch of like random businesses, and like 3 normal-looking houses in a row are his like his accounting firm bought those out, and like now they're offices, but they're houses. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that. That's what's up.
Yeah, so he's doing good over there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you think that staying in San Marcos, in hindsight, was the smart call?
Yeah.
Longevity-wise? Or, like, I mean, the argument would be, like, why did you go? It's because you were so, and I'm playing devil's advocate here. Like, I don't support this idea.
Yeah.
Because then I wouldn't have met you, you know what I'm saying? But the idea of just, like, you didn't know what you were doing. You didn't have a full grasp on what it is that you want to do in college. And then while you were in college, you had to take a bunch of semesters off because of college is expensive.
Yeah.
Right? Again, just kind of calling what it is. Like, do you think that the counter argument of like you should have just gone to like Northwest Vista, figure it out, and then transfer would have been better for you? Or do you think that because you went through quote unquote trials and tribulations, it ended up helping you out more so?
Yeah. My main thing, because everyone's different. Like I'm not going to tell anyone, hey, do what I did or do something different. But for my situation, I grew up in Helotes, Texas. Never really left. Never really did anything. Just only was surrounded by that community. Like. And I just really needed to get out and experience something else. And living on my own, like, I really like to be someone that's just so, like, I like to be independent.
Yeah.
I like to pay for my own things. I like to, like, just, like, have my own experiences, not have, like, someone else tell me. Like, I want to fail. Like, I want to go through those times just to, like, build myself up a little bit. So, but yeah, so, like, I think it was good for me. I don't regret anything. I've met so many great people, like just the connections I've gained from Texas State, and especially the fraternity. Like, I just know people in so many different parts of the world right now, and like I don't think I'd know that many people, because I actually did go to Vista for a little bit. Yeah. And when I was there, the whole vibe, like there's a lot of smart people there, but for me, like just going to some of these classes, like I was just like, okay, I don't want to talk to anyone here. Like, I don't want to, because a lot of them, there are a lot of like kind of bad kids in those classes too. Like, I was in a theater appreciation class. Oof. I don't know why.
Theater appreciation at a community college can't be a good time.
It was not. And I sat at this table with this guy that I knew in high school and like some other dude, and there's a lot of group projects, so we were always like working on stuff together. And we did a lot of, what was it? I think it was like second day in class. We were just sitting there, and the two guys had like laptops, and we're like just like browsing different websites in class. The teacher got mad at them. They said, no, we weren't. We were on our own, like, kind of thing. And I was just like sitting there in the middle of it, and like he like basically kicked them out of class.
Oh.
And I was like, sorry, there's the ghost again.
There it is.
There's people outside.
There's people
Okay.
outside.
Yeah, they're having fun. But yeah, so like I had to like apologize to the teacher afterwards. I was like, hey, I'm not with them. Please don't associate. Like, please still give me good grades. And then they're in my final project, and it was like, hey, write up like a page for like what you're going to do with the lighting. Write out a page with like where the cameras are going to be for this scene.
Okay.
Like write the script.
Yeah.
It was like a 20-page thing, and it was 4 of us, and we split it up. They gave me everything the day before it was due. Their work was garbage, and I rewrote the entire thing, every single page, better. I handed in my thing. I showed them what they turned in. I said, I didn't like that. I'm going to give it to you anyways because they did some work.
Yeah.
But here's what I want my work to be. I got 100. I think they got like 40s. Because they did something. But
Yeah.
But yeah, my entire experience at community college is like I didn't want to pick up too many. Like I didn't want to be in that environment because it seemed like a lot of people were trying. A lot of people. There's a lot of like older people there too, like that were like
They're going back and trying to get some.
for sure. They were working like 40 hours a week, 50 hours a week already, and they're taking night classes. So they're like, I like that group, but there's another like sense of like people just out of high school like not trying. They know their life's not really going anywhere, and I hated that. So being here in San Marcos, different vibe. Also, I got to be away from home and just learn. It was good.
Yeah. I think it's. I don't think at least on my side of things, Chris. Let me know that like TC doesn't like going to TC isn't like is it viewed anyway? Because I don't feel like it's viewed like in a poor light.
The kids from Temple view it as like in a bad way just because it's like, oh, Temple College, you're not
Is it
going
really?
anywhere. But like, I've talked to people who are in like Killeen and people outside, and they're like, man, Temple's such a great school to go to, like just get started out. And it is, but I guess
it is that just that,
when you're
that
always
hometown
around
vibe.
there and you're always going to it.
Gotcha. And that's and that was kind of the thing with me, and you kind of touched on it. It was like, man, people kind of go to Vista to die.
Yeah.
Almost. I know that's a super like bleak outlook on it, but just I still got homies. I think I can think of one. Man, they really getting wild out there. I think I still got one homie who graduated before me and still doesn't have a degree.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been 10 years now. It's like, that's tough, man. Like, and I think college wasn't meant for her in the first place, but she's like, she like basically runs a dance studio now. Nice. And like she got into a dance studio, and like that studio has like 3 different places, and she helps run one of them. So it's just like she's doing really well, but just like the idea, if she didn't find that, she would be struggling hard. You know what I mean? And I think I knew that going into like my senior year of high school. So then when I did decide to go to college after all, I was like, I got to get out of here. I can't go to Vista, because if I go to Vista, I'm not actually going to end up doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely share that sentiment of like, nah, I needed to get out. I needed to go suck a little bit, and struggle a lot, a lot, so much.
Like I needed to live off of only peanut butter, like for like a solid week in order to like really like be where I am today.
Yeah, dude, looking back at it, I don't remember like me personally struggling like food wise. Like I always struggled with money, but I don't ever like Connor, who would just be off of like those dollar loaves a day. Mm-hmm. Like that's all he would eat.
Yeah.
You'd get a loaf of bread from HB for $1.
Well,
that's what he would eat.
Whew.
Yeah.
I'd be confused by that, because he'd buy like a loaf of bread for $1 and then go out and get like a $5 coffee.
Yeah.
Okay.
Again, not the best with money,
I
but
could be wrong there. Yeah, but like no, like that he did save money that way.
Yeah,
I think he was like, hey, this is a way that I can sustain, like not die, and then save money. So
yeah, I was never like balling in college, but food wise, I never remember like struggling too much. At least I don't think I was. I don't.
Man. I had some times. It was like not even like ramen too. I remember just like having like $1.70 in my bank account and just be like, oh man, like, and I would still have like Google Play Music like subscription. I'm like, when's that gonna hit? That's like $9.99. I was like, I gotta watch out for that. Gotta cancel right before just in case, or try to ask my parents for money. But I hated doing that because I'm trying to be this independent person. And so I remember, and I felt so bad, like sneaking like food from like roommates, like just like in the back of the pantry that they'd forgotten about, but I still felt bad about it. I think Scott had this like, it was like a birthday almond butter kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it was awful. And like I knew he didn't want it, and I knew I could have just had it, but but I just like would,
it was a birthday cake almond butter.
It was the worst. He took like he tried it once and just never touched it again, but I was still like, I'll just take a little bit. He won't notice, but he would never would.
Never did.
I just didn't like.
Nobody ever
taking
touched
things.
that.
Yeah, no one did. It was just sat in our Fellagio.
I remember going in there and looking at this. I'm like, who bought this? This is a terrible idea.
That sounds like that PB&J like mixture, but like you get the PB and then like frosting. That's what that sounds like to me.
Basically,
like almond butter, like, and then you swirl in some birthday cake frosting.
It's kind of like what it was.
Oh, that sounds awful.
It's terrible.
Yo,
but don't hate on the goober. Yo.
The mix.
I'm gonna hate on that.
How dare you? Yo, that's one of the most big brain ideas, inventions ever.
Yeah.
I stand. That's upper echelon. That's up there with Heelys, with your boy.
I had some Heelys.
I mean, we all had Heelys, but do we need them? No.
Yes.
I had the ones.
Did you have Heelys?
I wasn't allowed to have them.
You weren't?
I had the
That's
ones
rough,
that,
man. They were so dope.
Mine had the hard plastic on the bottom so you could grind.
Yeah.
It was so good.
There you go.
Like right on the arch of the shoe was the hard plastic.
I remember trying, just like, I was like, I didn't have the hard plastic ones, but I was like, could I do that? And I remember just trying to like go from Heelying, doing the Heely. Yeah, I'll say doing the Heely.
You're skating.
Like skating, skating on my Heelys. I remember going and just like trying to jump up on a curb. I was like, yo, who is doing this? This is so sketchy.
They were doing it on the commercial, so we had to do it.
Yeah.
That's how commercials work. You do what's on the commercial. Even if they say don't do this at home.
That's fair.
Marketing.
That's very fair. Shout out to marketing.
Yeah. It works.
Yeah, but Heelys were so dope. When did you have Heelys?
I think it was middle school for sure. Maybe like 8th grade. Yeah. No, I was still husky. I was still still chubby Sam. I think it was like 7th, 8th grade. Yeah. That was fun. Fun times.
Okay. Yeah, I had it elementary. I think I got them in like 5th, 6th grade.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Shout out. But yeah, so you, aside from, basically college in a nutshell for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Still trying to figure it out. Still going through doing the damn thing. I feel like you're in a better place.
Oh yeah.
Right now, for sure.
For sure.
Which is nice. I know a lot of issues with like living and all that, and don't need to get into all those troublesomes.
Yeah. No, things are really good now. Me and Chloe are gonna move into our own place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So,
right on, man.
Because I don't know if you probably, I think I mentioned this. She's at Post Oak.
Yeah.
In a studio right now, so tiny space. We're gonna try to get a place in Kyle.
Okay.
In March.
Shout out, dude. That's awesome. Congrats.
It's gonna be fun.
That'll be dope.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of in the same area as everybody else.
Probably. We're gonna try to get a house.
All right.
Like rent a house.
Gotcha.
Just because we want a space for Sadie, our dog, to run around in.
That makes sense.
And if we can't get one of those, maybe an apartment, first floor,
with
has
the little
tiny
yard
little
attachment.
Yard. Yeah, that'd be good.
Is she still like a mad stressed out dog? She ease up a little bit.
Better, slightly better. for everyone that doesn't know Sadie, she has I think we were told a lab mix.
Okay.
It's mostly pit bull though. She's a shelter dog. She's a rescue. Super sweet. Follow her at Sadie the Purebred Mutt. I think that's an Instagram. Go check it out.
Double check it for us.
That was Chloe's idea. But she posts updates mostly about like the struggles and like just things that are going on. But just like hard times or like basically what as a dog owner of this certain kind of dog who's afraid of animals, other dogs, humans, everything.
Just like, afraid of things.
Yeah, doesn't bark a lot, but only when it's afraid, which is almost all the time. But like, but whenever we're like around, yeah, that's Sadie. Yeah.
Shout out Sadie the Purebred Mutt.
Uh-huh.
Follow that Instagram.
Yeah, if you guys have a dog that's difficult and it's good to have like other like Instagrams or like Chloe has a bunch that she follows where people are going through some tough stuff but they like tell you and share like how to overcome it and how just like success stories too. It's great.
Dope.
It's
Okay.
good. We feel a lot more confident.
I definitely dig that.
Yeah.
I don't follow any of those.
No. Chloe's almost exclusively dogs on her social media.
I follow a lot of people that work out and fighters.
That's the same thing.
I follow a lot of people that tell me to stop being lazy and go do something, and and then I do, and I feel bad about myself. Shout out David Goggins and Jocko Willink, who's the reason why I myself post the 4 a.m. workout watch, because he does that. And so every time I'll post mine, and every time I beat him, I'm like, yes,
nice.
Got to the gym before Jocko.
There you go.
Feels good. He could still murder me like 20,000 different ways, but I got to the gym before him.
Yeah.
That's dope though, dude. That's really cool. I'm glad you guys are moving in. That's all going well. Those studio apartments at Post Oaks are rough.
They're rough.
I mean, Post Oaks just in general, rough.
Yeah, the typical call the cops on our neighbors a few times. It's
man.
Yeah.
They
were just being loud though. But
were you living with me when the manager lived next door?
Yeah.
God, that was a mess.
Yeah.
That was so rough.
She still lives there.
Does she really?
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Yeah. They just set up a bunch of like Halloween decorations. It looks nice, but yeah.
So like long story short, we lived together. I lived in this townhome for a long time, and I just kind of cycled through roommates. And eventually, when we were living together, our neighbor was the lady that managed the place, and she would it was this weird dichotomy of she would act like a normal person, but then also yell at us when she wasn't on the job, as if she was on the job. It's just bro, I need you to chill out.
I mean, but we partied all the time.
Hey, look.
Yeah.
And?
Well, I'm saying it was a good thing for me.
It was responsible.
Yeah, there was a family with 18 kids on this side of us, and the manager on this side, and then we just had 200 people in our place.
Jeez.
Yeah, responsibly. They were
responsibly.
Yeah.
Everybody was of age, and I had a door guy checking IDs, and
I did have a door guy.
I had a DJ.
Yeah,
that was a weird one. I definitely balled out way too much for that one specific instance. Yeah, but everybody was legal. Everybody was legal. Had door guys. And surprisingly, nothing got broken or stolen. I don't think everybody's.
That's not true.
Great time to find out.
Oh yeah.
Word?
No, someone stole found me off an active pin and my songbook.
For real?
Yeah. Yeah, super messed up. Yeah.
All right. Well, nobody stole anything from me.
That was Jason's 21st. Yeah.
That's right.
We had that party, even though he didn't live with us, but he was like, "I'm having it there."
My place. Yeah. Whatever. So aside from us getting together, not getting together, getting along, through coffee.
Yeah.
In San Antonio.
In San Antonio.
Our other shared experience is sports and sports.
I was waiting for this. This is like what I was like waiting for on the way up here. I'm like, I got so much sports stuff to say.
And actually, even more so, I think my favorite part about talking with you, Sam, is your nuggets of random nonsense knowledge.
Yeah. I have a few of those ready too.
Like, you're the first person to tell me Tony Parker had a music album.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think what other.
Well, thing on that real quick. He would play that album when they were warming up before games, and it's in French because he's French, you know? So it's just this French rap, and all the other players complained so much that they had to stop playing it. They're like, I can't get hyped up for the game, like with this French rap music going on.
French nonsense.
Yeah, and I found out recently also he was in a French comedy.
Was it really?
Yeah, something at the Olympic Games. It took place in like Greece. It's weird, super weird movie. But it was hard to find too. Really hard to find the trailer. But I saw like the scene that he was in. It was, weird dude. Is it? Go back up.
It was on his IMDb.
What do we got here?
Go back. I think I saw it on the Google page. Go up. Asterix at the Olympic Games. It's to the right. Yeah, it's that one. Yeah, it's a weird comedy. I think it was like a series, maybe.
Asterix at the Olympic Games.
Yeah, no, I didn't hear about it until like 3 months ago. I saw a random clip on YouTube because all I do is watch Spurs videos and just like weird things. And that came up, and I was just shocked because I thought I knew everything about the guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's not my favorite Spur. I don't think he's really anyone's like favorite Spur, just because he's, French people are like mean. But no, he had some rough times.
Okay.
Remember, I think I don't think he cheated on Eva Longoria. But he was like texting.
I don't know anything about Spurs now.
Ooh, so he was texting a teammate, Brent Barry's wife. I don't know if there's anything to do with that, but
Okay.
then they divorced. Yeah.
Rough.
Yeah, I think he just got another divorce too. So.
Rough.
Cheated on Eva Longoria with the teammate's wife. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if they actually cheated though. I know there's texting, but
To get on your teammate's wife.
Yeah. I love Brent Barry too. He's a good dude.
Come on, man.
Which he's Rick Barry's son. Rick Barry's big name.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But another fun Spurs thing. Okay, real quick, I got to ask you. I'm taking over this podcast.
All right.
The Bulls.
Yeah.
Tell me about your. So I know the Bulls is your team.
Yeah.
Chicago is like your place. Why again? Did you live there? I forget.
No, I didn't live there.
You're from Hawaii.
That's where my dad. Not from Hawaii.
I tell everyone he's Hawaiian. All right. Go ahead.
It's wrong.
That's also me and Sam's relationship. Is him just saying things that frustrate me, and I can't get as angry as I want to at him.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, no, it was because I grew up military, and I was born in Corpus, and so there's no and then moved to Hawaii afterwards. So like
How
my
old
first 2, I moved from Corpus at 1. I got to Hawaii, then left Hawaii when I was 4.
Okay.
Yeah, and then went to Washington State. So I just kept going to places that didn't have like actual teams.
Mm-hmm.
So then, just by nature of like most kids, you just
Washington
pick up.
State. Were you not a Supersonics fan?
No.
Unfortunate. They're coming back.
They're coming back.
They should. They need to. I need them.
I don't think they will. Speaking of, I do want Supersonic swag.
We might get a Mexico City team in the NBA.
Word?
Yeah, I think they added a Mexico City team to the G League. Correct me on that. Thank you. But I think we added a Mexico City team to the G League.
Dang.
And then Adam Silver's thinking about an expansion where we might get 2 new teams. People are hoping for that. Mexico City team, and then
bring back the Supersonics.
Seattle.
All right, I could dig it.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, it was just like most kids, you pick up your dad's team.
Yeah.
So he was born in Chicago, so
Mm-hmm.
he's been ride or die Chicago his entire life. So
Nice.
just kind of
Cool.
took it up from him, and then because he was from Southside, I gotta rock the White Sox over the Cubs because
Yeah.
you know
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Of
Southside.
course.
It's
Yeah.
the Mexico City team is called the Capitans.
Yes.
Mhm. And they're in the G League, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
That's dope. Okay,
Mm-hmm. So they're
bring back the Supersonics.
yes.
Shout out.
Bring back the Super. Adam Silver. I
Hey,
know you're
look-
watching. You get in here right now. Bring my team back.
Hey, what's their logo? I need some Capitans swagger.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I need to get on that. Yo, that's
If that's
Oh.
it, that might be.
no okay.
No. So, hold on one second. Let me.
What do we?
Logo.
All right.
It's okay.
That's all right.
Man,
They'll work on
It
it.
looks a little.
that's whack.
It looks a little.
They'll get it right.
That looks like Capital,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's what it's supposed to look like.
but it's Capitan. That's captain, right?
Mm.
Am I tripping?
Capitan. It should be. That because that's in La Bamba. Yo soy no capitan. No, what is it? Yo no soy marinero. That's it. Thank you, Senor Kane. He's my white was a Spanish teacher from freshman year of high school. He only taught me La Bamba. That's all I remember.
Yeah, it's supposed to look like the Mexico City
Yeah.
capital,
Okay.
sort of. I think.
Yeah, I get it. It's pretty whack, but I get it. I don't need that swagger anymore.
They'll work on it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Just write a letter.
Write a letter to your congressman.
Yes.
Hello, Congressman.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
I mean, as far as knowledge goes, I think my depth of the Bulls knowledge is that of anybody who watched Last Dance.
Yeah.
Like, I don't actually have too much
Gotcha. Okay.
like history knowledge as much as you do with the Spurs,
Mhm.
which is just wild.
Yeah, I've really there's a website called Sporkle, and it's just quizzes. It's quizzes about anything you want. It's like fans make quizzes. It's
Okay.
not even just sports. It's like there's geography. They're big on that.
Yeah, that sounds right up your alley, Evan.
Yeah, it's great.
Got it already in my head.
There you go.
I'm going to immediately look at that.
There are sports quizzes though, and
Okay.
it'll just be like, try to name in like 20 minutes. Try to name as many of the top 200 players from 2010 to 2020,
Sure.
and then you just go. And I'm just naming like Bargnani. I'm naming like Ilgauskas. And it's like players that are. It's 200.
That's
like
so
there's
yeah.
the good players everyone knows, and down here it's just you're guessing random names, but then like one will come into your head.
I could
like,
get like maybe 10.
yeah.
Let's see.
You can do more than 10.
LeBron James, Kevin Durant,
Mhm.
Steph Curry,
Okay.
Kevin Love.
Sure. He's on there. He's a little bit lower, but he's on there.
Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
Now, I'm still counting.
Okay.
I'm trying to think
Well,
of.
that's through 2020. You're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, I got 5.
Just think of a team and then think of.
Oh, 2010 to 20. So
Yeah,
we
you got a lot of
we
players.
got Parker, Ginobili.
They're on there. For sure.
Duncan.
Yeah.
Who's
Who's the-
Melo?
Uh huh.
I gotta get 10.
What are you at?
I'm at 9.
You're at 9? What's that? I now refer to him as number 2 or nephew. Spurs fans do not refer to him by name because.
Oh, Kawhi.
Yes.
There you go. All right, I got 10. All right.
Yeah.
I was trying to think who's the other dude at Golden State.
Klay Thompson.
Thank you.
No.
That was the one I was looking for. That's
Yeah.
what I said. Kevin Love, and I was like, no, that's not Klay Thompson. I don't know why I said Kevin Love of all people.
And he was Minnesota's star for a bit, and then he's just now chasing. He chased LeBron, and then he got just stuck in Cleveland.
Yeah.
People get stuck there.
Hey man.
Yeah. But LeBron's
Yeah,
like
200
how does
though.
he do
That's
that?
wild.
Oh yeah, and I go crazy at it, and I'll get like 147 or
What?
something. Yeah, it's fun. But I'll just sit there in like my free time and just go crazy on these quizzes. But yeah,
I'm still trying to think of more players. I got nothing. I'm at 11 now. I'm counting Klay Thompson. That's what I meant to say.
man, I could go off.
I go Jimmy Butler now.
Yep.
Shout out Jimmy Butler.
Giannis.
Derrick Rose was dope until he blew his ACL out twice.
Yeah. The fun thing is you learn actually how to spell their name, so I have to spell Antetokounmpo like so often. It's like the first one I go for. It's just muscle memory on the keyboard now.
ANTET.
Yes. Nope.
Nah.
I think it's ANTETOKONP. No, NMPO. Yeah. Antetokounmpo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
ANTETOKOUNMPO.
I think I forgot the U. But if
That's
I was
a-
typing it,
Oh,
That's,
yeah.
that's a wild name, bro.
KOUNP.
Yeah, I forgot it. No, you're good. You got it. But yeah, no, it's crazy. But it's
All right.
fun. But one thing I do want to say is, like, I love basketball. That's, like, where my love started for it, from San Antonio.
Yeah.
Like, that's my team. I actually found out that I went to a game March 1999. So I've been going to Spurs. I was, like, 4. I've been going to Spurs games since before they've won a championship. So,
Shout out.
yeah, right? Yeah, diehard fan. But eventually, I started watching football. My dad's a Cowboys fan, so I'm now a Cowboys fan. At first, I was like, "Oh, I'm just a Cowboys fan because of my dad." Now I'm like,
Yeah.
"No, it's because of me, because this is my team." Speedy recovery, Dak. We miss you,
Seriously, man.
but Dalton's
That
gonna
was-
kill it.
That was such a rough injury.
Yeah, it's like one of the worst ones in recent times.
Yeah.
But it's happened before. People have come back from that before.
Yeah.
Gordon Hayward of the Celtics reached out to him because if you remember, I think it was like opening night 2 years ago, maybe like a year and a half. He like went up. Gordon Hayward like went up for a lob like the first 2 minutes of the game, like missed it, came down, same kind of thing. He snapped
Damn,
his
bro.
ankle. Yeah, he was out for a while, but he reached out to Dak and said, "Hey, you can come back." I came back. Like, it's gonna be good.
It's just rough in Dak's like contract wise because he
the
was
franchise tag.
he was banking so much on the fact he's like, yo, I ain't never gotten hurt, never missed a game. I'm gonna ride this 1 year contract deal out. I'm gonna kill it this year, and then I'm gonna get that fat check.
Yeah.
And now he blew his ankle out, and I don't know if Dallas is gonna pony up that money.
Yeah, I mean, we started rough. We started real
Yeah.
rough. Our only win before last week's win to the Giants was against the Falcons, and that was a crazy comeback win.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know how it happened.
Well, it's the Falcons.
Well, yeah. I mean, they just fired Dan Quinn, so I think that's
Yeah.
that's the best thing that's happened to them all year.
Which is wild. I don't know why they didn't fire him after the Super Bowl.
Yeah, honestly, man.
You give up that much of a lead in the Super Bowl, you ain't coming back, dog. You ain't getting on the bus.
You did what?
No way, no how. No, sir.
But yeah, I'm a Cowboys fan, pretty solidly now. I'm going to touch on some different sports here.
All right.
Then I became, for baseball, with my dad being in minors. Whenever he got injured from that,
Yeah.
he tried to get me to do like little league, and I tried it. I sucked. I was right field every time, just playing the grass. Nothing would happen, and then game over. Get a snow cone.
Me too.
Right?
Came over, get a snow cone.
But yeah, so but after that, after I like didn't really do great, I tried out for high school a couple times, didn't get in. Only the football players got in. It was
Stuck.
rigged. But my dad didn't really watch baseball like in front of me. Like
Really?
he I think after getting injured, he was a pitcher and he broke his pinky because third base coach was like, "Hey, bunt." Like he like signaled to bunt, and somebody was like, "Okay, I'll bunt." At bat, and then ball hits him right on the pinky, shatters it, and then he can't pitch until it heals. But they're like, "No, we're just gonna cut you. We're not gonna."
Jesus.
Yeah. So yeah, rough stuff. But I think he was just bitter from that, so he didn't really watch it.
Makes sense. Yeah, that's
It happens.
sound.
Yeah.
Sound.
But I started watching. I think I was in high school and I was like, Texas Rangers play tonight. I've heard that name. I turned on the game, and they kind of watched it. I didn't really care. And then they're playing the Angels, and they're playing in Arlington. I think they're in Arlington as well. And they won by a walk-off home run. And I was like, oh, that was cool. Everyone went crazy. There's fireworks, and that's a good game. They play again tomorrow. And against the Angels, same thing. Walk-off home run. I was like, oh, my God.
Damn.
Is this supposed to happen? and then the next night against the Angels, same thing. They had 3 games in a row against the Angels, and they walked them off every time. It was, I didn't know how amazing it was, but I was like, I like these guys. So then I was like, okay, Rangers fans, I got my 3. And then now I have really branched out.
Yeah.
Like Tottenham Hotspurs.
Yeah.
There we go.
What?
So whenever I look up Spurs on Google, it would always be either San Antonio Spurs or the Tottenham Hotspurs. And they're in UK. They're in the Premier League.
Oh,
they actually played today.
Soccer. Gotcha.
They were up 3-0. I have to say nil because this is London. They're up 3-0 for like the entire game. Like I got notifications like Spurs are crushing whoever we played.
Yeah.
And then in the last 10 to 15 minutes, the other team scored 3 consecutive goals, and then we ended up in a tie.
Dang.
I was doing favors. I was working, like looking at this thing, like I gotta watch that highlight later. I still haven't. I'll save it. I just can't. I couldn't believe it. But I decided to become a Spurs fan again, just in a different way. Just because I was like, I keep seeing them whenever I look up Spurs in the first place. So why not?
Hotspurs. That's such a weird name.
Mm-hmm. There's actually, Jason Sudeikis, the actor.
Yeah.
He was on SNL. He did an ad for the Premier League way back in the day.
Okay.
And it was basically and it was like a comedy, like it was like a few minutes long. His name is Ted Lasso, and he's an American football coach, but he got hired by Tottenham because they're football. It's soccer, but it's football.
Yeah.
To be their football coach, and so he went over. He's like, it's just football. He's got this big old mustache.
I remember that.
It was so good, and so like he's like telling them, all right, put on your pads, and they're wearing their full uniforms there. Like there's an assistant there like walking them through like. No, and it's like, we're going to go hard all 4 quarters, and someone goes, 2 halves. It's so funny. They actually just turned it into, like, a real show. Like, it released, like, probably a few months ago. I think it was on Apple TV only, though, which is weird. I don't know how to watch that. I'm sure I'll find it somewhere else. But it's, like, an actual show now. So, and he's hilarious, so I got to catch that. But he's actually the coach for the Spurs. So the Spurs are in those commercials, and I'm assuming fake Spurs are going to be in the show. But it's all Tottenham, so it's great. All or Nothing, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Nice.
So wait, this is a documentary.
Yeah, Ted Lasso. It might be called Ted Lasso. I know that's his name though. But yeah, so that's kind of my.
Those are the 4 teams. You ain't got a hockey team?
That's the one I haven't gotten to yet.
Okay.
My friend from high school was a Penguins fan, so but I know I don't know. I feel like people are like really like hit or miss with the Penguins. I don't know.
I can't even front. I root for the Blackhawks because Chicago, but I know nothing.
For sure.
Nothing about. I couldn't even tell you like. I think there's 3 quarters.
No, I think there's 4.
3 quarters.
What's it called?
I
3.
think it's 3.
I know it's 3, but
It's not quarters.
Periods. Thank you.
Periods.
3 periods.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Neat.
I think there's 5
It's
people.
either 3 periods or 2 halves. I can't remember.
No, it's 3 periods. I know that.
Okay.
Because I know.
Oh, yeah,
They're the only
yeah.
one that's odd, like odd numbers.
I'll watch Mighty Ducks again. I'll find out.
Yeah.
But I guess I'll root for Dallas Stars right now just because it's
Safe bet.
Yeah.
Keep it in Texas.
They're there. But if I find like a really cool one, I might have to switch.
Hey man, go Chicago Blackhawks, man. Shout out.
Maybe we'll
Gang.
find out. We'll see.
Got a couple championships.
But yeah.
I know 1 for sure, maybe 2.
Okay.
How many people are on the ice? You know how many people are on the ice?
I don't watch hockey.
I think like 6 or.
What's your
7?
bet? What's your bet?
I'd say about 7 or 8.
7 or 8. I think it's 5.
Oh, it's more than that.
I don't
You
know.
got a goalie.
Like per each team?
Yeah,
or
each
like
team.
in general?
Each team.
Each team. Okay, yeah, I'd say it's about 7 or 8.
You say 7 or 8?
I think
I say
7's
5.
right. Oh,
You say 7?
Yeah,
I say 6.
Hey, Frosty Right rules. I win.
I read that.
Gang.
Is it 6?
It's 6.
It's 6. Neat. Is that including the goalie?
Yeah, it's got to.
Okay. So 5 and then 1.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah.
I don't even know. I don't know anything about the rules for hockey. I just love hockey because they let you fight. I think that's the most gangster thing in there.
Ice hockey is a game between two teams, which usually have no game.
Hey man, I thought you were about to just drop some knowledge on us. I was ready, dude. Learn me about some ice hockey real quick. But yeah, the fact that they get to fight on the ice, gangster.
Yeah. All right, I'll fight it out.
Yeah, man. You got some beef, fight it out real quick, call it straight, and then we get on with the game.
Yeah.
That's how life should be, man. Stick by it.
Yeah, I don't know why I've never gotten into hockey. I think I just need to. I think for me, I just can't see the darn puck on the ice. It's so small. I feel like I'm just watching these dudes play imaginary hockey out there. I just need to get better eyes.
That's fair. You got to be able to get adjusted to it, right? Like,
I'm sure.
Probably, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Watching football, watching like Cowboys games with Chloe, like I'm just like, there's the ball. Like that person has it without even seeing it.
Yeah.
I just know when someone else is faking, like, oh, it's over here. And she was like, I have no idea what these guys are doing because she thinks the ball is just anywhere but. But yeah, I'll get adjusted to it. I think, who is it? Matt Wood was super into hockey.
Matt Wood's super into hockey.
Yeah.
Shout out Matt Wood.
Yeah.
Down in Austin now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good old guy.
Good guy.
But yeah, sports have always been this weird, I used to describe it as drama for men, just because watching basketball, like I don't like watching like Desperate Housewives or anything, but it's just real drama. It's like this dude, like let's say number 2 nephew, you say Kawhi Leonard, I say people call him nephew because of good old Uncle Dennis making him leave the Spurs, but him leaving and betraying us, us booing him at his first comeback from when he was with Toronto, comes back to San Antonio to play us, and we beat him. Like that was just.
I mean, then he got a trophy, so you know.
I got a trophy, but like, it doesn't matter. I really don't care that he went and got a trophy. Like.
Nah, man, I got you.
We got DeMar DeRozan. That's all that matters. That guy is.
I mean,
incredible.
to the fact that he then went to Clippers and got knocked out.
Oh yeah, they were up 3-1.
Yeah.
They were up 3-1.
It shows a lot to like, and one of the podcasts I listen to, they talk about sports a lot, and talking about because it was the tail end. They were talking specifically after the Game 5 of the Heat and Lakers, and how Jimmy Butler would just murdered that game, just got after it, and they were just talking about like culture and what it is to how important it is, and they were saying that they don't think that, how did they put it, Kawhi is not the guy to create the culture. He's not the guy to get you to get up and get after it. He's he needs players to like be able to get up on their own, and then he will then do his gig. He'll get you the 30 points in the game and be straight. But he's not like, because they were talking about Jimmy Butler, of course, just going in there, killing and giving this vibe to these young cats to where they believe that they can put in the kind of games that they were doing. What is it? Adobo? Not adobo. That's a spice. What's the young cat's name? The black guy off the Heat.
Off the Heat? Oh, Bam? Adebayo?
Bam. Yeah, Adebayo. Right. See, I'm not far off, all right? It's a little racist, but Adobe, Adebayo.
Bam, Mexican spice.
Yeah. like the fact that, you know, this young cat who was like, what, 146th in the draft, something like that, like.
You said 146? There's only 60. There's only 2 rounds in NBA.
Am I tripping? There's something about him, like, I think he didn't get picked up or something.
Oh, he might have gone undrafted. I'm not sure.
He got undrafted.
I don't know about him.
But
he went 14th. First round.
First round, yeah. So,
What am I thinking
So
of?
no.
So
I don't know what I'm thinking of. Anyway, hey,
it
like I
happens
said,
a lot though.
I don't know much about sports. I try to spout out things, but just like Butler getting into the game and getting to that team and giving these cats like the get up and go and proving to them that they can play the way that they need to play. Same thing with Bron, where he can take any squad and just be like, no, we gonna ball out, and he's like, oh, y'all ain't gonna ball out. All right, well, I'll then get 40 points in a game and we'll still get a dub. And Kawhi doesn't have that like personality to take a team there, which is it was interesting them having that conversation and then like looking at the teams and seeing that how he did really well at the Spurs because Pop is like, no, this is your gig, this is what you're supposed to do, you do that, we gonna be successful. And Kawhi was like, word, so you got the other 4 dudes holding it down, cool, here's my layup.
Exactly.
Got it.
And there was some article came out I think yesterday or the day before of Clippers players saying that they were kind of like irked and upset about the way that like all the special treatment that Kawhi gets. Like, he gets to live in San Diego while the rest of the team has to live in like a certain radius or whatever. He shows up, and because of that he shows up late to planes and practice, and he gets to sit out a bunch because he wants to protect his body, which is cool. Like, if you need that, then yeah, do it. But like, only if. But like, it sucks because the rest of the team isn't getting that. They're old dudes too. They got Lou William. They got Patrick Beverly, and like, they probably need the rest too. They're getting up there.
Yeah.
Like, and it's
And
just
Kawhi's only been in the league for 6 years?
since 2012, so 8 years.
8 years?
Yeah.
That's not, I mean, he was what, 21 when he got in there?
I don't know.
How old's Kawhi?
I'm not sure.
He can't be barely 30.
He's got to be around 30. Yeah.
29.
29,
there you go.
Yeah, exactly. Like, bro, your peak physical attributes is now.
Yeah.
Like, there's not much rest. Like, as long as you're eating right and take care of your body, you're gonna be straight. You're not out there like, who's the dude from the Spurs? He always came in the fourth quarter and he dropped like 4 buckets. Patty
Mills.
Patty Mills, yeah.
He's the only guy left with that won the championship with us in 2014. That's on the team now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Patty Mills, 32.
32?
Really? He's only 32? I thought that dude was like 38.
Nah, no.
That dude looked mad old.
He just looks
He grew his hair out.
Yeah.
He looks
Once he
wild.
grew that hair out, he looked mad old.
No, he's
like Rondo? Rondo's 38.
he almost retired with the Mavs.
Yeah.
You know that? A report came out about that. He almost retired with them because there were games, you can look it up on YouTube, where he just does not care. Like, he's getting like, what is it, 8-second violations? Like, trying to walk
5-second
ball.
violations.
5
Yeah,
second?
5 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, 5 is out of bounds. 8 is when you inbound it, but you can't make it across the half court line.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
he was getting those too, and like, you could just tell that he just didn't care that he
He just
got
wasn't
it.
feeling it,
He was like blowing the game
10?
for the Mavs, and he almost retired. But then he kept going, made it to the Lakers, and now he's got this ring again. Which I'm not a fan of him either. He's
But like him, like JaVale McGee, he's been in the league forever.
Yeah.
Who else? Who was the dude that was on the Celtics for God bless him?
Paul Pierce, Kevin
Paul
Garnett.
Pierce. Was it
Ray
Garnett?
Allen?
Ray Allen. Thank you, Ray Allen. Yeah, so there you go. Naming off those 3 dudes, easy.
Celtics are my second favorite team. I can name what is it? Havlicek. We got Kevin McHale, Nelson, Sanders. I got all the old dudes are up there in my mind. Jones, both of them. There's 2.
Dude, you just everybody you named except for Bird. You could just be making up names. I couldn't tell you otherwise.
Yeah. Russell. You know Russell. He has 11
Westbrook?
rings. No.
Oh.
What's
Bill
his first
Russell?
name? Bill Russell, yeah.
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 How do I know
He's a
that?
Celtic.
Why do I know that?
But Bill Russell's a
He
big
has
name.
11
Yeah.
rings.
Yeah,
He has the
yeah.
most rings out of anyone.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's a lot of rings. Though.
Yeah.
More rings than he got fingers.
He's got too many.
Extra finger.
I do a quiz on that website where it's like, name every single like championship team,
Cool.
and it'll tell. It was like since like
Jesus.
the 40s, and it'll tell you who they beat, so
Yeah.
it gives you the other team. But like one of them is like the Rochester Royals. They got the Washington Bullets. They have
Shut Up Bullets. Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't watch them, but I want that swagger. That's a gangster name.
Mm-hmm.
Next to the Houston 45s, which is baseball.
Okay,
That's their name before they became Astros.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Wait, no.
I
It
don't
was
know.
45s, and then the Oilers, and then Astros. I think. I don't know
Maybe.
like what the circle around was.
Not
for those
Oilers,
three
it's
names.
football. Or did that?
Am I
I think it
tripping?
was also-
Oh, you are right. Oilers is football.
Yeah.
I thought there was an Oilers baseball team too.
I know there was Oilers football.
Did the Oilers become? Who did they become?
Redskins in football.
Really?
Colt
I
45s.
believe
what it is?
so.
Yeah.
So I know for sure 45s. Yeah.
And then they were called the Great
The
Indoors.
Great Indoors. Ooh.
That's a terrible
For
name.
5 years.
I like it.
Then the Boys in Orange.
Boys in Orange.
Boys in Orange. Gangster. Okay.
Neat.
Yeah. Help me out with the Oilers then.
Or this just describe me. I don't know.
Let's see.
What do we got here?
I know Oilers for football was they became
They
the
became
Tennessee
Reds-
Titans, I think.
Titans? I thought it was Redskins.
It might have been Redskins. I know it was
No, they did become the Titans.
Yeah, now known as the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Founded in
I don't know why I was thinking
1960 and
Redskins.
1996.
I think the Redskins came from something else as
Well, I
well.
guess it's Washington now.
Yeah.
The Washington football team.
The team formerly known
Washington.
as the Redskins.
It's like great. They should just keep that name. They're still shopping. They're thinking about
Yeah.
changing it next
Well,
year. but-
it's because people trolled the hell out of them
Mhm.
and bought up every trademark that they could possibly go with, which is the most gangster thing
Yeah.
I could think of. Just some random dude just been like, I own 5 different names.
Yeah, and then what if they keep football team? And then he's just out of the
Out,
money.
right?
Yeah.
All right, dog. So, speed rounds,
Yeah,
random facts. Lay them on me.
just about.
Just
Are we doing okay? About it's got to be about sports.
we can get off sports.
No,
it
I'm
doesn't
sticking with
matter.
sports.
All right, sticking with sports. Hit
all
me
right.
with it.
Um,
I'll see how. I'm gonna try and go 1 for 1 with you for fun facts.
all right, so I'm gonna like ask questions too. So
All right.
like, just so like let's see
All right.
if you know these things. So as I know, there's only 3 Mambas that played in the NBA.
Yeah.
So you know,
I know Black Mamba Kobe.
yes,
I know that there's a
He-
Red Mamba.
he gave out 2 nicknames. One was Red Mamba.
I gotta assume it's a White Mamba.
There's a White Mamba. So
Yeah.
there's 2.
I don't know who the Red and White are, but I know Red Mamba played for the Spurs, right?
He did.
Yeah.
He did. He's also he had a couple other nicknames. Red Rocket.
Yeah.
He had. I got to meet him too. It's
you
Matt
really?
Bonner. Yeah.
Matt Bonner.
Matt
That's
Bonner.
right.
Yeah. Chloe brought me to a Spurs game one time, and he's on. He's doing not commentating, but like reporting kind of
Okay.
now. And he was like finishing a thing up, and people were lining up to shake his hand. So we got a picture, and I got to shake his hand. Yeah, so he got that one, and then the other one, the first one that Kobe gave out was White Mamba, and that went to Brian Scalabrine, former Bulls player. And,
Shout out, Bulls.
Yeah. and a Celtics player. He is one of the most awkward. He's on a coaching staff somewhere now, I think, but he is just.
Scalabrine. That's
he's
an
another redhead.
Italian ass name.
Oh yeah, he's another redhead. So Kobe was just like, okay, these 2 awkward, like kind of mediocre players, I'm just gonna give you these badass nicknames too. Oh yeah, he was like, fans loved the hell out of him though. Like Celtics would be up like crazy in a game, and they would just be chanting Scalabrine, and then like the coach is like, we gotta put
All
him
right,
in. There's like a minute left. He goes in.
Get out there, big guy.
It's one shot. The crowd goes crazy, and that's it.
I feel like that's what Patty Mills was for a long time too.
Mm-hmm.
And then everybody like started realizing, oh no, he could ball.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's actually get in there, cuz.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was like because he was always second string to Tony Parker.
Yeah.
And then we got DeJounte Murray, and now he's somewhat second string to him.
Yeah.
But he's always like had that caliber, because whenever he goes over to Australia, because he's Australian,
That's
to
right.
play for their team, like
He's like their lead guy.
kind of
almost.
him, Matthew Dellavedova, Dellavedova, one of those, probably the second one. Andrew Bogut, some other dudes, like they go over and help them out. They actually beat us last summer.
Oh yeah, dude. For the first time, like
Yeah.
since Jordan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The first time that we didn't make it to the finals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was crazy, but like Patty Mills like scored like over 30 points, maybe exactly
Jeez.
30 points that game. So he killed it, and I just love seeing like the fans over there because like we don't get to see good basketball that often, and it's unfortunate that there weren't that many good USA players there because usually we have like some crazy talent. Like we were so sparse that we had Derek White of the Spurs, which he's a good player.
Yeah.
But like we just didn't have the crazy talent. I think we had Kemba. We might have had Kemba, but they just couldn't beat out Australia. But yeah, he's probably one of my favorites for the Spurs right now. Everyone else seems kind of shaky. Like I don't know what Tamar's going to do. I think he's going to he's going to stay with us.
Yeah.
I think he gets this year is like the option, so he's going to opt in, stick with us. But we might be shopping Markus, so that's scary. I love the dude. I wish we could have won something with him.
Yeah, he was supposed to be the next big guy after Kawhi, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and just
Well,
never.
during Kawhi, because we still had Tim on the team when we got him.
That's
which
right.
was
That's right.
so long ago. That's crazy. But oh man.
All right. So there's your three Mambas.
3 Mambas. That's a. Is this rapid fire?
Yeah, dog.
So,
I say.
I got a question though.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Because I'm not I don't know a whole lot about basketball. What's a Mamba?
Mamba is
Oh, for real?
a
Yeah.
snake.
It's probably the widest question I can ask, but I don't know.
Okay,
anything about basketball.
That's surprising. I felt like that was a fairly base level.
Well, no, it's just a nickname.
I guess actually that's fair.
So Kobe,
I'll let you answer it because I'm gonna butcher the hell out of it.
greatest in the debate, greatest of all time. Kobe Bryant, rest in peace. He just had the nickname Black Mamba. Like that's just the name. I forget how he got it.
I can't remember how he got it,
But
but it like that's what he grew up
badass name.
with. You just like
I thought some commentator gave it to him.
Maybe. But then he, like, no one else even dared call himself something Mamba because, like, that's Kobe.
because when he came out on the tail end of the Jordan era, so I think his rookie year was like 97.
Yeah.
Yeah, his rookie year was 97, and like he was
Or 96.
nice, so one of those.
Yeah.
And he, one of the most successful players to come out like out of high school. Like he didn't do the college thing. He was just like such a baller in high school that he ended up getting picked up in the league, goes to the Lakers, and like he's just, I think he loses. He loses to Jordan in that first game.
I forget.
I'm pretty sure. But like he's just like, he doesn't do that like, oh, it's Jordan, I need to like show my respect. He was just like, nah, we hit a ball, I'm a ball. And he kind of, so where did it come from?
So he actually gave it to himself.
Gangster.
Nice.
It
Gangster.
was from the movie Kill Bill by Quentin
Yes.
Tarantino.
Okay.
One of the assassins in there, he gave it to himself because he said it evoked a negative emotion.
Yeah.
So people were like intimidated by that name. So
Hell yeah. But then it turned into like Mamba mentality of just like, he was so well known for being the hardest working dude on the team. And like there's a bunch of players that would eventually, like, they'd go to the Lakers and they're like, I'm gonna outwork Kobe. And so like practice starts at 7, I'm gonna show up at 6. Kobe's already in there warming up. Then they'd like come in the next week like, oh, I'm gonna show up at 5, Kobe's already in there. Like then they weren't like talking with Kobe to like, when you gonna show up? All right, no, like they would try to like catch him, and Kobe's like,
Nah.
"What's up, cuz?" And like he'd just be out there, and like and Kobe was just such a gangster, and he's the only person that has had the same mentality as Jordan, as far as like the no matter what, I'ma win type of mentality, and that's kind of what his legacy is, that Mamba mentality of like, no matter what, I'm a get after it. And like one of the most gangster things he did was, what was it, in like 2008 2008, 2009 when he blew out his Achilles.
I think so. Well, was it 9-10? They won the. I think it was after 10 because 9 and 10 they won the championship. Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
I don't know too much about it.
It was one of those years.
What
It
was
was like
the
11.
11?
11. Okay. I was
So
right.
like he blows his Achilles tendon out,
Yeah.
but it was on a foul, and they were just like
2013.
2013.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, with 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, he made a seemingly innocent move, and then against the Warriors.
Yeah. So he
Warriors.
blows his Achilles tendon out on a foul, and like I don't know if you've ever seen like the Achilles like when it gets blown out like it like rolls up like halfway to the calf, and like you can't like your ankle then is just like yeah. And they're like you need to go shoot your foul shots, like you can't sub in somebody for the foul shot, so his ankle doesn't exist anymore and he still sinks both of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like all right, now I can walk off and go get surgery. So just the Mamba mentality is just like this. It's just one of those highbrow figures of I don't want to look. Why'd you look it up, Doc? I don't like it.
Blowing Achilles. That's great.
Yeah, he just kind of coined this term. Obviously, he gave it to himself, but then it kind of like turned into his brand and stuff like that.
And then it became like only he can give out other Mamba nicknames.
Yeah.
So he gave it to Brian Scalabrine and Matt Bonner, who just are, look them up. They're like it's just the whitest dudes, like redhead. They're just gingers. Like it's just, they're great people. They're fun. They're like loved by the fans more than they're good at basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say so, for sure.
Yeah, it's fun.
Let me get a question for you.
Okay.
Who do you think is the biggest name in NBA that never got a championship?
Ooh. Oh, that's tough too.
Biggest name / like
ever.
most influential player / like I would say did it for the culture.
I'm gonna say Allen Iverson.
That's what I was gonna
Okay,
say too.
yeah,
Yeah,
'cause-
I was gonna say Iverson or Patrick Ewing. I
Yeah.
think is the other person that you can,
Mm-hmm.
or big head Charles Barkley.
Charles Barkley, too.
Charles Barkley
Yeah.
never got a ring,
Mhm.
but as far as personalities go, I still think Allen Iverson. As far as like across the board, just culture,
Yeah.
like just changing how you play ball, bro. Like he was the
Yeah.
first like hood dude doing crosses and just oof.
He crossed up Jordan before he even looked like himself. Like he
Yeah.
didn't have the cornrows. He just looked like this like high school kid in an NBA game.
Yeah.
That just does one like little cross. Jordan kind of bit, and then he did one more, and Jordan just goes like way out of the way, sinks a shot. I think it was like a game winner too.
I think so, something like that. Yeah.
He's
You know anything
huge.
about Iverson?
I don't know anything
No.
about
That's
basketball.
fair. All right,
There we
man.
go.
Respectfully gonna ask the question, but yeah, he was like the first player ever to like. NBA was just like, nah, you have your pick and roll, like you have like very specific ways of playing ball,
Yeah.
like
Fundamentals.
these are the fundamentals. This is what you do. And Iverson like grew up. I want to say Brooklyn. I feel like that's a little stock, but just like with very little research, you gotta assume like he probably from Brooklyn, probably a New York kid, just grew up playing street ball.
He had a rough growing up too. I remember seeing a documentary.
He had a rough. Iverson, I think, is probably one of my favorite players of all time. But he was like the first dude to just be like, "Nah, I'm gonna just play ball." And he was like the first dude to like really like be throwing between the legs, doing the fake out cross, step back jumper, and yeah, he was gangster.
He's from Virginia.
Virginia, for real?
Yeah.
That's a little disappointing.
Yeah, I wouldn't anticipate that. But
Damn, I definitely thought he was from Brooklyn.
You can tell someone had a rough growing up when the first thing on Wikipedia is early life and the second thing is jail.
Yeah.
I looked over, I'm like, oh no.
Well, that's not good.
But yeah, he had some. I remember watching a documentary on YouTube or something. He had a rough growing
Yeah,
up.
he had a 30 for 30.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. I need to watch that one. It's a good one if
Oh, yeah.
if I remember correctly. All right, next one.
Or is it me? I had a few things. So, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to go outside of the Spurs, but I just
Hey, man,
know
that's what you
so
know, dog.
much about the Spurs. I wasn't prepared for this either. I had a couple in my mind, but I've talked to you about like how I have been thinking about doing my own podcast.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, man. That's what this is, man. I'm plugging you for your show,
For
man.
sure. Whenever I make it.
One of the 4 different ones that you want to make.
Oh yeah. Oh man, it's all my usual stuff: coffee, beer, basketball. Like it's those 3. The one
That's
I'm
a
like,
solid.
yeah, right.
Solid podcast. You can't
do all
get
3 at the same time.
Yeah.
Bad combo.
Started with coffee, talk about basketball, then finish it off with beer. That's the episode.
Get excited to talk about basketball. Finish off.
Yeah.
I was this close to like just recording stuff on my phone like a week ago about. I think I was going to talk about just my connection with basketball in general and like some stuff that I've mentioned here. But then I like sat down and I'm like, no, I need a script. I need something. I can't just talk by myself in this closet. It's a good space to record because of all the
That's
clothing.
fair. Yeah,
a lot of buffer. But yeah, I really got to give me something. I can't give me a team. Give me something, and I'll tell you all I know about that player. Or team, because
assuming that I know a player. Jesus, man, we went over this. I struggled to get 10 players that.
Yeah, honestly.
I mean, I'll get you another one. And I think this is one that nobody. Does anybody in here know anything about boxing?
No, a little bit.
So Marvin. I think it's Marvin Hagler. Because the fight that I know is the Marvin Hagler Tommy Hearns, and it's one of the most gangster fights like out there, and it's just. I think it's just 4. I think the fight lasts 4 rounds, and this was not good boxing. It was these dudes hated each other, and they're just sort of just like every round just throwing for the fences, just the entire thing, just bodying him up. And I want to say Tommy Hearns is the one that ended up winning. No, excuse me, Marvin Hagler. Can you look that up?
Yeah.
Because whoever won is where this fun fact goes to. But yeah, you should definitely look at that fight. I know not a lot of people are into fighting. Who do we got? Oh, it's 3 rounds. My bad.
KO. No.
Great content right here.
Say.
Doesn't say. Just look up who won. You just looked up the fight.
They got a cool poster.
Yeah, it was a big deal because I think they were fighting 140, 145, 152. I can't remember what the weight, but it was just like these were 2 like the most gangster. Hearns won.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I think
before meeting. Oh yeah, he won.
So I think Tommy Hearns. No, Marvin Hagler ended up like he got to his next fight, lost, and he should have it was like it went to decision, and he should have ended up winning. And he was just like, all right, I'm outie. Then he moved to Italy and became a movie star.
Neat.
Just this black dude out making like dramas, like not like action movie. Like he's doing dramas, and he's just this former like one of the best boxers in America. Just weird.
Crazy.
Yeah. I don't know how you make that jump or what inclines you to make that jump.
Well, it's like George Foreman making all those grills.
Hey,
He did make grills.
he did make grills, man. And he made and those infomercials were gangster.
The best.
Yeah. You hear that sizzle? That I don't know why that worked as well as it did, but damn, I'm about it.
It's all the fat dripped into the tray.
Yeah.
So that
It was lean.
it was lean. It can be lean, just like Foreman.
Except for dude.
Oh,
You ever seen a Foreman fight?
I don't think so, no.
No? Oh man, that dude was terrifying. That dude was he had some just claws, just bricks for hands, just throwing it at people, just knocking them out. Speaking of, there was a great fight, a bunch of great fights last night. I need more people that like fighting.
I've been trying to get into boxing.
Boxing?
The most recent fighter I've liked, I'm sure you know who he is, Ryan Garcia.
Actually, I my thing is MMA, and I'm just now
MMA.
getting into boxing. Yeah, and last night
do you know who Ryan Garcia is? Though?
No, I don't.
You really gotta watch. He's got some of the fastest hands.
For real?
Yeah, His unprofessional boxing, he was like 319, like 70% KOs. Right now, he's like in the teens and undefeated.
God bless. Well, that's kind of like what last night's fight was Lomachenko versus Lopez, and Lomachenko is just, I can't remember where he's from, but his I think it's Ukraine. Double check me on that, Doc. But so he starts boxing at 9, and his dad is his coach, and then
Ukrainian. Ukrainian.
Ukraine. Yeah, is that what I said?
Yeah.
Yeah. So his dad then takes him out of boxing for 2 years and puts him into traditional Ukrainian dance because he wants his footwork to like step up. And then in his unprofessional record, he did something like 397-1. Like, dude just been balling out. He eventually goes pro, and then he's like 19-1 or something like that. And last night he fought Lopez, who's this 23-year-old cat from America. I don't know where from. But there was 4 belts on the line. Like, they were both like just like they're in the same weight class, but they kept fighting like in the different parts of the leagues. Mm-hmm. And then they, for the like the first time, this is what was wild, is like in boxing, seldom do you have these super fights where it's like this dude's been killing it, he's like the undisputed on this side, and then this other dude's undisputed on this side, and like they don't ever come to terms with money, because I mean that's always what it is at the end of the day. But they managed to get this fight going, and it was a dope fight. But Lomachenko just like, he has this style where he like takes the first couple rounds to really read on you, and then he just like pops off on the tail ends of the rounds. But he just waited too long and ended up losing. But then this kid Lopez, 23-year-old, just gangster. He bodied him up. It was a dope fight. But then also on the UFC side of things, T-City, Brian Ortega went against the Korean Zombie. So first off, Korean Zombie is one of the most dope names for anybody. Like, and he got the name Korean Zombie because obviously he's Korean. Naturally. Mm-hmm. I think he's the only, if not like one of like 2 Korean fighters in the UFC. But he got the zombie tag on top of it because like he just doesn't go down. Like and he showed it last night. Like, he was getting pieced up by Brian Ortega, and he just kept walking forward. He was just like, you're beating me. I don't care though. I'm gonna keep eating these shots, and I'm gonna lay my shots on you too. And it was a great fight, and Brian Ortega ended up winning, and it was super impressive because he had been off for 2 years from surgeries and just injuries, and I think the last fight he had lost, and then took these 2 years off. So people were like uncertain how it was gonna go, and T-City just came in there and just like took him to church. It was some like A1 fighting. We were over at our homegirl's place last night carving pumpkins, and then like I checked out. I was like, this fight's on. This is mad important. Yeah, and it was a great round of fights. I need more. Yeah, get into fighting, so I have somebody to talk about fighting with.
I've been trying to. Look up Ryan Garcia.
I'll look up Ryan Garcia. If you're doing anything next Saturday, if you're not doing anything this Saturday, there is probably the biggest fight, one of the most big fights of the year for the UFC. Biggest fights? Yeah. Well, it's not the biggest. It's not the biggest fight.
One of the biggest.
One of the biggest. I think the biggest fight was 2 weeks ago with Adesanya and Paulo Costa. But this one is with Khabib Nurmagomedov and Justin Gaethje. And Khabib is 28-0, and Justin Gaethje has just been going through cats. He's just this monster fighter. And his last fight, he like pieced up the number 1 guy, and that's why he's now in the championship fight. But like Gaethje, like he's just like, I just want to make car crashes. Like, he's like, I'm not in there to be pretty about it. I want, like, there's gonna be blood. It's either gonna be my blood or your blood, but we're throwing hands. I'm gonna try and piece you up, so it's gonna be a dope ass fight. I'm like super pumped for it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, if you're not doing anything next Saturday, next Saturday, yeah. No, there's nothing going on this weekend, right?
It's just weird you're pointing to the camera.
Yeah, you're right.
This is new.
If you want to come up, come over to your boy's place. We'll get some pizzas.
Holla at him first, though. Before you.
Holla at your boy. Let me know if you're coming through.
So you're more of a UFC guy. Huh?
Yeah. Well, cause I grew up like doing kickboxing
Yeah.
and jiu-jitsu. Like I did judo growing up and all those styles. So just like seeing that, I never did boxing, so I never got into boxing, and I'm just kind of like figuring out how that works. And it was weird watching a boxing match because I see angles for MMA. And like they would do something, and be like, "Oh, he's gonna do that next," and then like he'd back off. I'm like, "Oh, I guess not." Oh yeah, you can't throw a head kick.
Yeah.
In boxing, that doesn't work. But yeah, it's MMA is definitely more my gig. I just think it's more exciting. But
If you find the right boxing matches.
seeing good boxing is also mad exciting. Like seeing this Lopez kid piece up Lomachenko was really impressive. And just like one of the quickest jabs, just so quick and just like on the button every single time. But yeah, you don't watch too much fighting, do you?
Nah, I've been in a couple fights, but that's about it. No comment though. I won't.
What are we doing on time right now, man? Where are we at? We're at 1:46.
Hour 46, yeah.
All right, man.
That's so long.
Yeah, dude.
It went by quick.
It goes by super quick,
Yeah.
and I think. It's weird how quick it goes by, and it seldom does it feel as long as it does. But I mean, I'm in no way trying to run you off. But any last things you wanna drop on people? What any plugs? Any fun facts? Any words for the kids?
Okay, plug. Everyone get really into disc golf. World Championships going on right now. Watch it on YouTube. Jomez Pro. Root for my guy Ricky Wysocki. It's actually really relaxing to watch. These dudes are throwing these discs through forest, weaving around trees, and it's just so relaxing.
I wasn't ready for that.
Yeah. I was going off the sports thing. Watch weird sports, everyone. Sports are great, especially like if you're having a rough day and you look at your phone and some weird dude across the country won at some sport, and that you're like a fan, like you don't know anything about him, but you're just like, I'm going to support this guy, and then he does something good. There you go. There you go. Second thing, Jared Dudley of the Los Angeles Lakers. I saw a report today that you said that Anthony Davis is better than Tim Duncan. In no way will that ever be true, my man. I don't know where you got that from. And you said that all your teammates agree. I highly doubt that.
There's no way.
There's no way.
No way.
There's no way at all.
I mean, he could eventually. Like he's in his third year. You know what I mean? Like
Who?
Anthony Davis.
Oh no, he was drafted in like 20. I think it was like. Everything was like 20.
It was like 16 or 17. He's
I
pretty
think it
fresh
was
to the game.
14.
Really?
No, because he missed a full year. He was with New Orleans for at least like 3 or 4. Hold on. We're about to
Yeah, I
find
thought
out.
it was 3 or 4, and then he just got traded.
13? No, because he took like a year off, and he was injured. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, he was with the Hornets in 2012.
2012.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's been in the
old.
league that long? God bless.
And he's
Okay.
done nothing the whole time.
Not bad.
You're just now hearing about
I guess that's why, yeah.
He is not.
I guess that's why.
Yeah. No.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, I retried. I thought.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking Zion.
He's been with the
Zion
Pelicans.
just
for so
got
long.
it.
Yeah. Zion just got in.
That's why they got rid of Davis. Davis was not happy there anyways. But yeah, Jared Dudley, who are you?
Definitely wrong.
Who are you? Who are you to say anything about Tim Duncan? You got a ring, but you didn't earn that ring.
Throwing shots out here with Sam.
I mean, there are players on every championship team that like didn't, like Toronto, where they had Jonas Valanciunas, like their dude for like at least a few years, and then they're like, okay, let's give you to Memphis and get Mark Gasol and give him a ring, and then I think they offered to give Jonas Valanciunas a ring. Like, hey, like we're sorry that we traded you like mid-season and then we won that championship. Do you still want a ring? I think he said no.
That's
like,
so rough.
I'd be so mad. But yeah, shout out to Chloe, Jason, Scott. Scott was on here.
Scott was
other
on
guys.
here. Yeah.
Everyone. Connor, Austin. Yeah.
All the college homies have been on so far.
Yeah.
And it's probably gonna be on. There's eventually, if we could figure it out, just have everybody in here at the same time. and just wilding.
I'd be mad.
It'd be
I'd
ridiculous.
be an audio mess.
It'd be terrible. I think we would definitely have to do it out in the living room, out on the couch, and we just have like pass around mics.
Yeah. No, we could do a Christmas special.
Christmas special.
Ooh, we could turn on the fireplace for the first time. Oh, that'd be great. I'd like that.
Christmas with, actually, that'd be kind of dope. That'd be kind of dope.
Nice fireside chat.
Nice fireside chat. Fireside chat. Shout out.
Mm-hmm.
I dig
Or
that.
you could just do one center mic.
Just one center mic.
That's true.
Oh, that-
Just,
that'll-
and just like boost it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, my living room's mad small. What am I talking about? They ain't got to pass around nothing. It's going to get picked up. And 90% of it's just going to be laughing. It's going to be Roseman's loud ass.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
you know we're
screaming.
drinking. We're going hard.
Hey, man, we don't drink on here, man. It's
No one drink. It's only
coffee
coffee?
mugs.
Okay.
Like
We'll
a
have,
Patreon.
we'll have some coffee during Christmas.
Coffee during Christmas. We get
Yeah.
some what's that? Some eggnog.
Eggnog.
Yeah.
Eggnog. I was like, what's that white people drink?
They're already selling it. Chloe already got some.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah, she's ready for
Yo,
Christmas.
you gotta get it through. Gotta get through October before
Gotta
you
get
the
through
eggnog.
Halloween.
Yeah,
I'm already
man.
buying Shiner Cheer. We already.
Are you serious? Shining
It's
Shirts
already
already out?
out, yeah.
Jesus.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
All right, man.
It's been out for
That
like
being
2
said,
weeks.
I gotta ask you because I feel like you'll be the one. I got. Do you remember Diaz? Alex Diaz?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's getting wedding.
Nice.
Dude, wed.
Get that wedding.
He's soon to be wed.
Soon to be wed.
Uh-huh.
He's getting married on Halloween,
Ooh.
and he doesn't want you to come like Halloween themed. Like he wants costumes.
Oh, neat.
I'm freaking out. I don't know what to dress up as. What do I dress up as?
All right. Well,
Help your boy out.
when I think of Marcus and I think of Halloween, I remember a certain costume that you wore one time. I think you went as, was it? I think it was Aladdin.
It was Aladdin,
I remember. We took so long to get that little tiny hat.
Heck yeah,
on
man.
your head.
It was so dope.
Aladdin was good. It showed a lot of skin though.
It showed a lot of skin, but I feel like that's also
Is that what he
who
wants?
I am.
Well,
I feel like I'm very well known for just seldom ever wearing a shirt.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, for sure. You and Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's fairly accurate. But I don't know. Can I roll up to a wedding with just like a little shirt?
A little bit. It might be cold. It's gonna be.
You know? Yeah.
Actually, you never know for Halloween.
It's either really
85.
hot or really cold. There's no in
Exactly.
between.
Yeah.
I've had both for Texas.
I mean, my homegirl said I should go as Aquaman, but I was like,
Okay.
I don't think I'm fit enough for that yet. I don't feel justified, like
Yeah.
completely shirtless. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So like, yeah, I was thinking about the Aladdin thing. At least it's a little shirt. Maybe I add a button so that way no nip slips.
What's topical? What would be like something like super? I guess we won't know for another
I don't know.
2 weeks,
I have
but
no idea.
Just a virus. Just a big.
big virus.
Jesus. Oh my God. And
Nice.
Among Us is
Oh God.
falling out right now.
That's
But
what
I don't
the
know how you would do that
8-year-old show up
costume.
as.
Hey,
I've seen a lot of people just get spacesuits and then a helmet and just paint it.
that makes
That'd be
sense.
fun.
That would be fun.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I
I
can't
don't
beat
know.
that.
We'll talk off
Just do
air
Aladdin
about
again.
that. I might just do Aladdin again.
Yeah.
It
You
was-
still
it was
have
a
the best,
fan
I'm
favorite.
sure.
No, I don't actually. I threw it away. I was making that one. It was just a purple shirt that I cut up. Let's be real. I might get a legit purple vest this time, but
Yeah, go on.
I actually got some money. Or I was thinking about the last time I dressed up for Halloween.
Yeah.
It was what was it, 2017, where I went as the Tooth Fairy.
Oh, that was a fun one.
That was
That's
a
when
great
me
night.
and Chloe were like first started dating.
Yeah.
I think I went as a lifeguard.
Yeah,
and
you
it was
did.
freezing that night.
Yeah,
And
I know. I was wearing wings.
Yeah.
That's all I was wearing.
We both had like nothing.
Yeah, you were wearing a life vest. I was wearing wings
Yeah.
and shorts.
That was fun.
It was a good time.
It's a really good time.
But hey, dog, I really appreciate you making your way out here, man,
Yeah,
and being on the
anytime.
show, man. It was a lot of fun. It's exactly what I expected. Super, just kind of random.
Yeah.
Didn't make any sense. There's zero continuity in this episode, and I love it
That doesn't
because
either.
that's just what our conversations have always been. So I
Half of
appreciate
it was
you.
just looking stuff up.
Yeah.
I feel like your fingers are on fire.
I mean, that's what Evan's just gonna get super good at googling stuff from
yeah,
the show.
basically.
Evan's gonna get so many skills from doing this. Same with Chris over here. Once we start getting the multi-camera that we're doing right now, already. Like, he's gonna get mad editing skills. He's got mad editing skills. I just talk and buy stuff. But, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, I appreciate you, big dog. Y'all dudes, as always, appreciate y'all. Everybody that's been with us this entire time, I appreciate y'all sticking with us all the way to the end. This show doesn't work without y'all. So nothing but love for y'all. Y'all be easy. Peace.